Well, alrighty then. Today we're talking about Rob Schneider taking shots at Will Smith from the fabled day of the slap. A mother-daughter influencer duo shed some light on the dark side of being a child influencer. And an inmate was able to sneak a pew-pew into the prison. All in this top of the week episode of... Hello is good. I slept all yesterday. I don't know why. I was so tired. That's why this is being recorded in the morning. Anyways, happy late Father's Day to anyone out there that has a child. I don't know how that benefited you yesterday, but I hope they cooked you breakfast at least. Anyways, let's just get going. Alice?
Rob Schneider recently made an appearance on the Kyle and Jackie O Show criticizing Will Smith, calling him derogatory names over the 2022 Oscars slap incident involving Chris Rock.
Actor and comedian Rob Schneider's been out stirring the pot regarding the infamous 2022 Oscar incident involving Will Smith and Chris Rock, which shall henceforth be known as the slappening. In a recent interview on Sydney's Kyle and Jackie O morning show, Schneider didn't really mince words when he was expressing his opinion about Smith's actions. Now, Schneider, known for his roles in various Adam Sandler comedies, claimed that the slap incident reveals Smith's true character. He argued that the Academy's response was inadequate, suggesting that if he had been in Smith's shoes, he would have faced more severe consequences. The Deuce Bigalow star, who served on the Academy's committee tasked with determining Smith's punishment, expressed frustration with what he perceived as a politically correct approach to the situation. He insisted that violence should be treated equally, regardless of the perpetrator's race or religion. This latest commentary adds to the ongoing discourse surrounding the slappening, which has sparked discussion about celebrity culture, public personas, and appropriate responses to ongoing incidents. While some social media users have criticized Schneider for rehashing the topic, his comments do highlight the lasting impact of the event on Hollywood and the public consciousness. Also, regarding the assertion that Smith should have been arrested that night, there are a few points to consider here. First, you have the legal perspective. Technically, Smith's actions could be considered assault. In many jurisdictions, slapping someone without their consent is a criminal offense. Second is the venue and context. The incident did occur during a live televised event, which complicates the situation, if just a little bit. Security and event organizers may have prioritized maintaining order and continuing the show over immediate legal action. Then there's the victim's response. Chris Rock declined to press charges, which likely influenced the decision not to arrest Will Smith on the spot. And lastly, celebrity treatment. Schneider's argument touches on the notion that celebrities often receive preferential treatment in such situations, which that argument, we definitely can't argue with. Come on. If you think otherwise, you're delusional. So, while Schneider's opinion is controversial, it does highlight some of the ongoing debate about accountability and equal treatment. Because right now, the general climate and the norm for the elite class is, you can do it!
In a small Midwestern town, a mother-daughter duo's Instagram journey unveiled the intricate world of child influencers and the challenges they encounter.
Okay, so 3 years ago, amid pandemic boredom, a mom started an Instagram account to showcase her preteen daughter's dancing talents. By the way, the article didn't provide names, I'm assuming for protective reasons of some kind, so we're working with some fill-in. Anyways, what began as a fun way to connect with family and friends quickly snowballed into something bigger. The mom, a former marketing manager, explained, quote, "We didn't even have the page for a month, and brands were already reaching out." The daughter's popularity skyrocketed, bringing in sponsorships and free products. But with fame came an unsettling discovery.
The majority of the followers were adult men!
Was that appropriate? Yeah, it's fair game, why not? Now, the mom found herself spending hours a day blocking users and deleting inappropriate comments. But despite this, the account did continue to grow and the daughter's influencer dreams did seem within reach. Now, the high school-aged daughter shared that it was actually really cool, describing her love for content creating. The mom now faced a dilemma, continuing to grow the account, which meant accepting a large male following, or to put the brakes on her daughter's influencer aspirations. She chose to proceed. Acknowledging the harsh reality of the platform, quote, "It's not that I liked it, ever. It just is what it is. It just is what it is." I've said that line more times in my life over the last 6 months than ever. Kinda nuts. Right there with you, mom. Now, this decision mirrors that of thousands of parents managing young female influencer accounts. Instagram's algorithm, designed to boost engagement, often leads to child accounts being recommended to users with potentially inappropriate interests. Meta, Instagram's parent company, states that it has invested heavily into child safety measures. However, investigations have revealed ongoing issues with the platform's ability to protect young users. Anyways, our duo eventually shifted their focus to a more family-friendly content and implemented strict rules around the account access and personal information sharing. The account grew to over 100,000 followers within a year, opening doors to modeling events and meetups with other influencers. The mom even experimented with paid subscriptions, which I have to say, now that feels dirty. That's directly profiting off of what they're there for. Come on, man. Selling your kid now. While the daughter remains focused on her studies and future college plans, she views her influencer work as a job, having saved around $20,000 or so, which for a high school student, is not bad. Good job. The family has had frank discussions about online safety and realities of their large male following. And despite criticisms from child safety advocates, the mom feels that she's taking the necessary precautions. She's adjusted content to target young girls and moms, avoiding swimwear posts and keeping things girly. However, the discovery that her daughter's photos were being shared on other platforms like Telegram was another pretty nasty wake-up call. So what are your thoughts on child influencers? Is there a way to keep them safe online? Should there be a kids version of every app like YouTube? Actually, that might make things worse. Let's maybe not do that. Yeah, just let me know in them comments.
An inmate at Smith State Prison in Georgia used a gun to unalive a kitchen worker and then turned the weapon on himself.
All right, a Georgia prison became the scene of a deadly incident on Sunday morning. Officials report that an inmate at Smith State Prison used a firearm to fatally shoot a kitchen worker before turning the gun on himself. The Georgia Department of Corrections is currently investigating the incident, which occurred around 4:30 a.m. in the prison's kitchen area. Now, I'm gonna botch these names. Sorry. The inmate, identified as Jadrakis Hart, who was serving time for voluntary manslaughter, reportedly shot 24-year-old Arian Grace, a food service worker, before taking his own life. Details remain scarce, with one of the obvious burning questions being how Hart managed to obtain a fucking firearm within the prison wall. When reached out for comment, Corrections Department spokeswoman Lori Benoit declined to provide additional information, leaving many aspects of the incident shrouded in mystery. Or at least from my experience visiting my birth father in jail as a kid. Regular activities might be suspended, which can increase tension and unrest among the inmate population. Prisons often increase their security protocols, which, duh. This might include more frequent searches, stricter control of movement, and possibly, if not definitely, a lockdown to ensure thorough investigation and recovery. The alteration in normal routines can also affect the staff's ability to maintain order and manage the inmates effectively. The incident does raise just a few serious concerns about prison security and the safety of both inmates and staff. Being able to successfully get a gun inside is pretty wild. I almost respect the determination. Stay tuned for possible updates on this one because I am actually very curious of how they pulled this Houdini. And on that bit of news, I'm gonna call it. If you like what you saw, like always, smash that like button down below. We're getting this close to monetization, so I need your help. It's the only time I'm ever gonna ask for help too, so don't worry, Steve. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.